Have you ever watched a live stream or an event and wondered how they get that super polished multi-camera look without, a Hollywood-sized crew and budget? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive into the Datavideo ecosystem and see how they are making pro-level production surprisingly simple for pretty much everyone.
So let's be real. For so many of us, creators, educators, people running events, the dream is this beautiful multi-camera shoot. But the reality, it's often just a total mess of cables, a bunch of different gear that doesn't want to talk to each other, and needing way too many people to run it all. So how do you fix that?
It is such a common headache. But what if the answer isn't just about buying one new piece of gear? What if the solution was to think bigger? To think in terms of an ecosystem? A system where every single piece is actually designed from the ground up to just work together perfectly. All right, so first things first, let's talk about the eyes of the whole operation, the actual cameras. Datavideo has this amazing lineup of robotic PTZ cameras, and that stands for pan, tilt, and zoom, by the way. This gives you some incredible flexibility, whether you just need the solid, reliable HD quality of the PTC-145, or you want to go all out with the absolutely stunning 4K detail from the PTC-285, there's a camera here that's going to match your ambition. And this chart really breaks it down nicely. You can see the PTC-285 gets you that incredible 4K resolution, which is just perfect for those really high-end cinematic productions. But, and this is a big but, if you're in a huge room, like an auditorium, that 20 by optical zoom on the HD models is an absolute lifesaver. It lets you get super tight shots from way in the back. It's really all about picking the right tool for the job. Okay, so having great cameras is awesome, but that's really only half the battle. The real magic, the part that changes everything, is how you control them without needing a whole camera crew. And this is where it gets seriously cool. These cameras have a feature that is a total game changer. It's called auto tracking. Seriously, just think of it like having your own personal robotic camera operator who is always on point, never gets tired, and never ever misses their cue. And get this, setting it up is ridiculously easy. You literally just press a button, tell it if you want a wide shot or close up, and that's it. You just let it do its thing. This means one single person can easily manage a whole multi-camera production because the cameras themselves are smart enough to follow the speaker on stage. But you might be wondering, does it look robotic? And the answer is a huge no. It's all about how smooth the movement is. The cameras use something called an S-shaped speed curve. It's a fancy term, but all it means is that the camera gently eases into and out of its movements, just like a professional human operator would. No jerky, unnatural motions, just smooth, broadcast quality pans and tilts. And don't think that automated means you lose your creative say. Not at all. You are still in complete control of the composition. You can tell the camera to frame the person on the left, in the center, or on the right side of the shot. You get the automation without sacrificing the artistry. So we've got this incredible automation that basically slashes the size of your crew. But the Datavideo ecosystem takes it one giant leap further by also making your physical setup radically simpler. The secret sauce behind all this simplicity is a technology called NDI, which stands for Network Device Interface. What it does is kind of mind-blowing. It lets you send your video, your audio, the power for the camera, control signals, everything over a single standard network cable. Just think about that for a second. Instead of that tangled mess of cables for every single camera, you just run one cable. For anyone who's ever had to set up for an event, you know this is an absolute game changer. It cuts down on clutter, makes troubleshooting a breeze, and can literally slash your setup time. And that simplicity extends right to your fingertips. With the PTZ View Assist app, you can run up to 4 cameras right from a tablet. You can tweak the focus, adjust the white balance, fine-tune the auto-tracking settings, all in real time, all from one screen. Okay, so we've got our amazing cameras, and we've got a super simple way to connect and control them. Now, let's talk about the brain of the whole operation, the SHOWCAST 100. This is your all-in-one production hub. I want you to think of this thing as your entire production studio, your director's chair, and your broadcast truck, all shrunk down into one sleek, compact device. And when I say all-in-one, I mean it. This one box is your video switcher, your camera controller, your audio mixer, your video recorder, and your live streaming encoder. Everything you need to do a professional show is right here. And using it is just so intuitive because it's all on a touchscreen.
You can add professional transitions like cuts, fades, and wipes with just a tap. You can even adjust the speed or add borders just by dragging your finger. It's that easy. It also gives you some really flexible options for graphics. You can use what's called a Luma key to overlay your fancy pre-made logos and animations, or if you need to add text on the fly, like a speaker's name, you can just use the network character generator and type it right in during the live show. And when you're ready to go live, when it's showtime, get this. When the SHOWCAST 100 is connected to the DV Cloud service, it can push your stream out to 25 different platforms at the same time. We're talking YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, you name it, all streaming simultaneously.
So let's zoom out. What does all of this actually mean for you, the person trying to create great content? When you boil it all down, the Datavideo ecosystem is really about one thing. It's about completely transforming video production by just obliterating the technical barriers. It handles all the complicated stuff, freeing you up to focus on the things that actually matter: your story, your content, and your message. It really does put the power of a professional studio right at your fingertips, simplifying everything from the camera all the way to the cloud. And when all that technical headache is gone, it really leaves you with just one final and very exciting question.